Today I want to build a house in The Sims, but I can only use the default swatches. So what I mean by that is, say I wanted to use this fridge right here, I could only use this blue swatch. I couldn't go through and select the red one or the pink or green or anything. The default is blue, so that is all I can grab. So I guess we just got to start with building a house and we'll see what color it ends up being. I don't think I want it to be too big of a house. Probably something with maybe like 2 bedrooms. I kind of want to have a central entrance, like a front door maybe right about here. And I'm thinking it can have its own little roof piece on it as well. Potentially we could have a small upstairs. I don't think it'll be that big, but we could probably have one. And I might add a bump out or 2 here as well. And then just to do the roofing, just getting all these individual pieces for our roof. So that way you can actually see inside and the roof isn't covering everything. And then I think we'll use this same piece for our entryway here. Although this has me thinking maybe it would look better if it lines up with this roof piece. Yeah, I think I like that a little bit better. And then I think I'm actually gonna make this into a large dormer instead. Okay, yeah, I think that looks a lot better. Just gonna add a couple more details and then we'll get into the fun part, which is trying to use only the base swatch. So before we can even do the floor plan, I should probably place the stairs, and we can only use the default swatches. We're going to be stuck with whatever we pick. I do kind of like this orangey wood tone. You could also do a stone. Maybe this dark wood with the black accents, which could be kind of fun. What if I did the unremarkable staircase? It comes in green to begin with. That could be actually really fun to see how we can make that work. Oh, it's not going to fit in our entryway how I want it to. Ooh, okay. Maybe it goes here. So I would just rotate this and place that there. Okay, that works. And then I'll place down some saucer lights and we can figure out this floor plan. Oh wait, this does not work. Maybe if I rotate it this way. Okay, that works now. Okay, we have a floor plan. I extended upstairs a little bit to have room for a second bedroom. There's also a bathroom up here, another bedroom. These are just placeholder items, so I remember where everything is. We're gonna have a dining room over in this front area here. This is where the front door will go. The back door will be there. There's a small kitchen, a living room, and an office. Let's start with roof patterns. We only can use our defaults, so I'm kind of drawn to maybe this reddish color. That could be kind of fun. A little bit of an autumn moment, perhaps. That doesn't look too bad. And then I think for roof trim, we're mostly stuck with just the plain white, but there are a couple of other options. That one could look nice. I do really like this roof trim. I have a feeling it's going to clip through the walls on the inside, though. Oh, it's not. Okay. I'm pretty pleased with that so far. And then we want to pick out a door. And once again, we can't change the swatch, but this one looks like it could work pretty nicely. I'm going to put that on the back as well. Let's go ahead and raise up this onto a foundation. And then for windows, the one we picked is from Lovestruck, so maybe we try and use more Lovestruck to make it match. I mean, that's kind of the easy route, but honestly, inside is going to be the biggest challenge. I do like those windows there. Do I want the same ones over here, but maybe like 3 of them? They're a little big, but I kind of like it. I'm going to keep that for now, and we're going to see if there is an awning we can put over one of the sides. It has the wrong colors, which I could have expected. Maybe that one? I could maybe put like 2 of these. That doesn't look too bad. Do we have anything smaller with Lovestruck, though, that I can use upstairs? Oh, see, I automatically wanted to change the swatch. I couldn't. If I wanted this window, it had to be yellow. Oh my goodness. Yeah, these aren't going to fit up here. They could work in other parts of the house, so let me place down some of these. I think maybe this round window could look cute somewhere. I'm going to go ahead and place that right on the front. And then I still don't know which windows to put up there. What do we have that's narrow but still feels like it fits the style of these? Or I guess not narrow. What's short? These are very much the wrong color. I'm not sure anything else is going to have that wood trim on the inside like that. I mean, maybe I could use the windows from Snowy Escape. They're not quite the same color, but I feel like they could achieve the same kind of look, maybe? Or we can get one that doesn't have any kind of thing on the inside and get some plain white ones up here. Something like that. And I think the default swatch of the shutters is a dark brown. Please tell me I'm right on that. I really hope I'm right. Oh, it's a light brown. No, if it was the dark brown, that would be perfect. Okay. Oh well, Guess we're also going to get yellow flower boxes because that's the default on my favorite base game one. So just going to place some of these down. Honestly, this is looking really cute so far. I'm going to get some columns, probably in white. We can just grab these base game ones. There should be a matching spandrel as well. So I'll just grab that. And then I'm going to pull down the eaves on this roof piece so that it's not showing the spandrel through it. For fencing, just want like a plain white. What comes in plain white though? Because it's like, oh, Strangerville. The base swatch of that is a light green. Well, that's not gonna work. I do like this base game one, so maybe this. And I might be abandoning the green stairs on the inside. I feel like they might not be what I want. However, I am gonna add some brick ones out here because I think those would look really cute here. Now we're just gonna hope the brick actually has the same base swatch. It has this one. Is that the same color? It is. Perfect. Love that. And now we're going to paint the house. I'm not really sure what color I think would work best, but we are quite limited here. We can do this beige, which isn't bad. I feel like it's kind of a safe option, but it does look nice. There's also a pink, which I think is a no immediately. It is kind of fun, but I don't think I want that. Do this orangey tone. We could also mix a couple of these together. It's just we have to use the base swatch. Ooh, there's this one that has the brick on the bottom and then the yellow. If we wanted to bring in the brick. I don't think I like it though. Honestly, I think I like the beige one the best so far. Maybe we bring in some of this wood paneling as well. I'm not really sure where I'd put it. Maybe there and then up in this area. I don't think I like it. I keep wanting to pick swatches and I can't. What about this blue? I kind of like how that matches with the roofing. That's a nice contrast, the like orangey tone roof with the blue siding. So we might go with that. And then we'll just grab a foundation real quick here. It's a basic brick one. Cute. I think the outside is mostly done other than landscaping, but we can do that later on. I'm gonna get a couple more flower boxes. And then I guess we're gonna head inside and try and figure this out. The first thing I'm gonna do is pick a different staircase because I don't think the green is gonna work. If it was blue, I might try it because the outside is blue, but I think I want something that might incorporate this dark brown, but it doesn't look like we have that many dark brown options. Maybe this one? It's like a mid-tone brown. I guess that'll have to do. And then I'm going to delete all of this furniture that I have in here so we can work with a nice clean slate. All right, these are all of our wood options. This one feels like it could be the correct one. So I'm going to go ahead and just plop that everywhere, except for the bathrooms. We'll see what we have for tiles. Oh, I am tempted to use this blue. I never use that tile, but the outside of the house is blue, and that is a default swatch. That's actually kind of fun. Do we use that? There's some other ones as well, but I really like that. Could also use this Riviera tile in like orange and green, or the one that came with The Sims 1 is in this beautiful blue. I think I'll do that one and I'll keep the other ones in the bathrooms. As for the wallpaper, I think I just want something that's gonna match everything. The blue feels too busy, but it does match the floor. I might start with that and maybe we can have an accent wall somewhere. This is such a blue house. I guess this for the railing and then the kitchen. I was really hoping the base swatch of this one was brown. It's not. Oh, the colors are really bad on the base swatches of these things. Oh no. Like the vampires one is too orange. So is the base game one, but it might be what we end up going with. There's this one that's not quite the right color. Times like these, I really wish this front desk extension, which is from Get to Work, was actually a proper counter, not just an island, because I feel like that one matches. This one's a little too dark as well. Yeah, none of them really work. Maybe Horse Ranch, but it's the wrong style. I think I'm going to try this base game one that comes in a white, and we're going to hope once I change the wallpaper that it doesn't look so incorrect in the space. Because maybe we kept the old floor tiles, but we got new cabinetry. What would match what we have here? I mean, that's the wrong color. It's the correct shape. Ooh, these ones might work. I do like how that looks, but it also just makes the cabinets, once again, not really work. So let's grab a different one and see what we can get to match this, because I like how this kind of pulls the color from the tiles. I mean, since this isn't touching this part, I feel like maybe we could make it work if the wood tones aren't touching, or that one. The modern one here, I think could look really nice. If you just look at this section, it matches. The different pieces of the cabinets, I don't feel like are different swatches because the swatches are over here. These are just the different pieces. So I think it's okay if I have these. Yeah, I think that looks okay. Just grab down a sink. I think this is where the stove is gonna go. That one works. And then where should I put the fridge. I guess the fridge could go over on this wall. We get another cabinet piece. Okay, yeah, I think that works. And then we have to find some curtains. I could just use the bamboo ones, I guess. I think I'm gonna stick with those. Maybe get some pots and pans hanging up. Some utensils in all black because that's the base swatch. I never use that swatch. I always use the second one. It looks like this. I think that would fit so much nicer in here, but we can't do it. Oh, I just realized if I want to use my cutting boards, they're only going to be in one color and it's red. Oh no, that does not look good. Do I put it anyway? I think I do. We're going to try it. Maybe we hide it under or behind a cute plant though. Like this little purple one. Look at how precious. That's cute, right? You don't see the cutting board. Actually, let's make it even easier to see because I kind of want to add a lamp in the corner. Maybe we bring in more purple? I don't know, but I tried to change swatches. I love the concept of putting a small lamp in your kitchen. I just think it looks really cute. But a lot of the base swatches here are not speaking to me. Maybe this one? That brings in the red of the cutting board. Maybe we go with that one. Okay. I kind of hate it, but what do I do? Do I leave it? I'm gonna leave it, but just know I don't like it. What is the base swatch of the shelves that came with for rent? Because I think those could be cute in here depending on the swatch. They're a dark brown. I mean, we already have a red wood in here, so maybe we go for it. I'm just gonna get a dishwasher and a microwave. Did I accidentally change the swatch of the dishwasher? I don't think I did. No, I'm good. And then maybe just a rug in here and a trash can, and that'll be it for the kitchen. Is there something that's blue and red to bring in that color other than this? Because I really don't want to use that in here. Although it does kind of match. We could just get the red little mat so you can stand on that while you're doing dishes. Does that kind of bring it in? It's the wrong color. It needs to be more orange. Maybe this rug? Scale that down and place it in front of the sink. It helps a little bit. I want to change the swatch of that so badly. Oh no, the aprons are red too. No, that looks like McDonald's. Okay, well, I guess those are going to go there. It does kind of help bring in the colors a little bit, and then we'll get a little trash can. And that's the kitchen. I don't want to talk about it. We're moving on. I didn't add doors yet, so we should probably figure that out. Do we have anything that's the correct shade of wood? I am worried that we might not because this is The Sims 4. And so far it's not looking good. We do have this one. It's a little beat up, but it should work. Go ahead and get all of these doors into these rooms, including our office over here. I've gone ahead and changed the wallpaper to this one instead, which is the Desert Skies wallpaper down here. I think it's a little bit less offensive. And we're going to try and somewhat quickly get together a living room. The Sims 4 get together? Sorry. It just immediately comes to mind. Do I try and stick with blue? We can grab the Snog the Love Seat. Lovely. Swooped back sofa. I mean, that brings in a little bit of the pink in the pillow that we have in the kitchen, so I'm not opposed to that one. It's kind of cute. It does bother me a little bit that the legs are a different wood color than the floor, but maybe we can hide that with a rug. What do we have that's that color? I don't think that's the right rug, but it does bring in the colors from the kitchen, like quite a bit. So maybe that ends up in the dining space over here. It's not a horrible idea. We have this rug. No, there's this one. I'm realizing I don't like the base swatch of a lot of rugs. I tend to swap it. Like none of them are matching what I'm going for. This has the similar green, but the rest of it's a little bit too bright. I guess I could go with beige. I feel like that's usually a pretty safe bet. For curtains here, I guess we can just get some of these ones from the Desert Luxe kit. I really hope we get more like this that have the rod at the top. It's very helpful. I'm actually going to continue that into the other room as well. Just looks so nice. Okay, maybe some artwork will help this room and make it more colorful. Ooh, that one could be nice. Maybe this plant in the corner. I just scoot this over a little bit. That's pretty cute. I do want a TV, which I guess is going to be in front of the window. This would be a nice matching coffee table to the wood tone of the sofa. And I guess it does bother me that the wood tones don't match, but it is pretty realistic to have wood tones in your house that are not the same as your flooring because you probably didn't buy your furniture specifically for your house. I mean, you might have, but the chances are kind of slim. Oh goodness. I guess I could go with this one. It's a little bit darker than I was hoping for. I might kind of angle it in the corner over here. That way we can sort of hide the back of the TV behind the curtains a little bit from outside. And then I think we'll grab a chair as well. What would kind of match in here? Not that. I really don't like most of the options. I mean, I think this is the matching chair. It's a little bit of a cheat, but I do like it. Or we could go with maybe this one. Ooh, that brings in the orange from the artwork on the wall. See, this one? matches that. So maybe we put this over here. And what goes right here? Maybe a cat tree. It just comes in a plain white. I guess that's fine. And then I think I'm going to put my favorite hanging plant in the corner. I usually change the swatch of this, but the base one's fine. We'll just go ahead and put that right there. And I think that's pretty much the living room. Might get a decor piece to put on the table. I'm going to place down some color swatches so that maybe they can look through those and recolor everything in their house later. One thing that I think would be nice, which I looked at outside, was potentially putting a paneled wall in here. That really breaks it up very nicely. So I think I'm going to do that here and there. Yeah, it's so much warmer in here with that. Might do that on this wall as well. Cute. All right, for the dining room, I don't think we want too big of a table. I might grab the one I had before because it matches the wood tones that I have in the living room. And what about these chairs from the Riviera Retreat kit? Those are kind of cute. Might grab my favorite plant from the Paranormal pack. I feel like it just fits for every build. You're not gonna be able to see over it to chat at the table, but it looks nice. And then finish this off with a piece of artwork. That's actually really cute. I don't mind this. The wood tones don't really match, but it feels more realistic somehow. For the entryway, I'd like to hang up a key rack, which I know there's one from Everyday Clutter. Here we go. Perfect wood tone too. Very happy with that. We'll also get a burglar alarm, a fire alarm, and I guess over here we'll tuck the temperature controls. And then let's see what swatch the base swatch of the stuff that came with Grange Mudroom is. I said mudroom. Mudroom is, because that could be kind of cool to have a place to sit down and put your shoes on, but I don't know if that really matches anything in here. It is cute. Do I want to have a bench there though, or should we just have a little accent table? I think I'm just going to grab an accent table and maybe put like a lamp on it. Maybe a couple of items from the mudroom kit. Yeah, I think like a purse would be nice. Maybe some shoes. Oh, I love this item. Maybe we could put that over here to fill up that empty wall. Then I'm going to grab the same lamp from the kitchen and maybe this plant. That's pretty good for the entryway, I think. And actually, since we added a cat tree, I should probably add some food bowls. So I'm going to grab a couple of these over here, maybe like right by the kitchen. And we're going to need a litter box as well. So I guess I'll grab this one to go in this bathroom. And then we will decorate the room. Do we have room for a shower tub combo in here? It's not ideal, but I kind of want one so that there's more than one option. And then I think over here we'll have a toilet. The kitty litter could go right there. For our sink, what do we have that would match? Because I don't want to try and combine counters and cabinets. Maybe this one could work. It's so much more traditional than the rest though. So maybe I have to go more modern since the kitchen has the modern cabinets, but the base swatch of this has gold hardware. I don't really want to do that. I guess we could have a standing shower in here and then the kitty litter can go next to that. And then this side, we could have the sink and toilet. I think that works better, although I am considering changing the tile in here. I don't know if I like that either though. What would go well with what we already have picked out? Do beige, but that feels very safe. We could do this teal color. That's kind of fun. Maybe we find something that matches that for the wallpaper other than the same one, because I think that's a little bit too busy. Everything's just a little bit too blue, I think. But I don't hate this one, so I think we're going to try it, especially because we will get some more orange in here through the matching mirror. I think the base swatch, yes, of this item has the orange on it. That's nice as well. I'll just get some toilet paper, a couple things on the sink. Oh no, the bathrobes are black. I guess that's what we're doing over here. I have a bathrobe. Maybe we'll hang up the colorful kids towels over the litter box. Not ideal. And then I will grab a curtain to put in here and some sort of bath mat. I guess it's going to be this green and blue one, and that is our downstairs bathroom. I think the upstairs one is going to be very similar. Yeah, it is. I pretty much grabbed all of the same items in here with the exception of I have a different toothbrush holder so that there's more in it, and then I have these towels here. I think it looks decent, and I'm not really sure what we're doing with this upstairs space. Oh, and I need to put a railing as well. That's better. I think maybe up here we can put just like a treadmill or something like that. The spare items you're not really sure where to put in your house, but they're nice to have. So I'm gonna get the base swatch of this one here. Might grab a bookcase or something to put next to it. I didn't decorate the office downstairs though, so maybe I will add a toy up here instead. We can add Blurfy. Oh, what about these pet photos up here? That's actually kind of cute. Yeah, I like that. And then I suppose we could have a place to hang up some family photos on this wall. Maybe something like that. I don't want the hallway to be too busy. I might grab these though. Okay, let's go back downstairs and furnish this office real quick. I do like the bookcase I already have in here from the Book Nook kit. So I think we'll keep that. Put another one on the other side. Kind of have it wrapped around this room. An actual book nook. I like that. And just add the curtains in. I want to add a rug in here. What goes with cozy book nook? Maybe this one? Yeah, I do like that. The colors in here are kind of fun. Then I'll just pick out a desk. I might go with this one from high school years because it's the same wood tone. Ooh, and then this chair works really nicely. Can also paint that wall. Grab a computer. Maybe I'll grab the elemental display rack, just because I feel like I never add that into rooms. Also gonna grab this same light I've put everywhere, even though the wood tone on it is not ideal. Little open journal. I guess the sim is left-handed. Ooh, we just got a magnet board. How do I find that? Here it is. This is the main swatch. It doesn't really make sense in here, but I do kind of like it, so I might keep that. Maybe not. Also, same thing with the elements board. I will probably get a cork board in here though. And then probably a plant. I can use my favorite one. Always happy with that. And then this wall just needs something. What if we put some diplomas like these? Yeah, perfect. All right, we just have 2 bedrooms left. Primary bedroom. Should it be inspired by a bed or by a rug? That is the question, because I can only pick the main swatch. Are there any of these that I never use the main swatch? Probably. There's plenty that I always use it, or just beds I don't use that often. I might go with this one. I feel like it matches the colors that we've been going for in the rest of the house. And then I'm gonna bring in the same paneling that I've been using. Curtains have been added. What would tie in this rug? Would it just be brown or tie in this bed? I mean, I'm not mad at that. Could also try the leaves. I didn't use them downstairs. I think I like those in here. So I'll go with the leaves, and I'll just pick out a couple of bedside tables. I think I'll go with matching the ground. So I'm gonna grab these ones to match the floor. I'm gonna get this tray on one side of the bed, and then maybe our lamp that I've been using everywhere on the other. Oh, it's just such an eyesore. Maybe I can't. I say that though, and it's in every other room, so maybe it has to stay. Yeah, it can stay. You'll be distracted by this beautiful mirror anyway. This is the best mirror in the game. I don't think I'm going to clutter up the bedside tables because this room's kind of a lot already. I'll just get a dresser over here. I'm not sure I want to put many items on it. Maybe I'll just get this little orange clock. I almost changed the swatch of it. And what color is the base swatch of the jewelry box that comes with Crystal Creations? Because I think that could be nice. Dark brown. That works. I am pleased with that. And I'm just going to get a little plant in here as well. And we're moving on to our final room, the kids' bedroom. All right, let's pick a base swatch. Oh, what if we do this one? That's really fun. Which makes me want to see if there's a wallpaper that'll be a little bit more fun for this room, like this one or that one. I don't know if I've ever used that, but I think I like this swatch better. I'm really not sure on the curtains. I guess I could just go blue. It's pretty boring, but it could work. For the rug, that one actually really matches the colors, like overly well. Go ahead and do that. And then I guess I'm just going to start grabbing posters because it doesn't matter if they match or not. You can get like a science-y poster, maybe a wall like height chart. Maybe this kid likes iguanas. Like, why not, right? Also soccer. And of course they love The Sims. Those are some cute decorations. And then we could go ahead and grab a bedside table. This one's perfect. Is there a toy or something I could put on it? Ooh, that works. Or actually, I think I might like the swatch of this one better. Yeah. And I think I will grab a dollhouse. This one is perfect. I'm just gonna scale it down. There's that. And then probably just a small dresser. The color on this one's not too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and place that here, kind of tuck this over this way. Maybe grab a lamp in the corner and a mirror. And I think that kid's room is done. Although I have been liking this paneling, so I think I'll bring that in as well. So now we just gotta do a little bit of landscaping. I think I'm gonna keep this simple and just to the regular catalog and get a couple of trees around. Luckily, a lot of the landscaping doesn't have other swatches, so this shouldn't be too difficult. Just gonna do some low-lying flowers, maybe some hydrangeas, and maybe like a bush or two. And I think that is it for this house. A small home, only using the base swatches. And I just realized we need a mailbox and a trash can. So just gonna grab those real quick. And that will be all. I'll put the trash can out on the back porch or next to it, and we're missing a fence back here. But that's it. The house is complete. Let me know how you think I did and what challenge you would like to see me do next. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more, and click that bell to be notified when I upload. And a massive thank you to my YouTube members for your continued support. If you'd like to become a member yourself, you can click the join button below the video or the link in the description. Please enjoy the screenshots, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone.